game here. What's your thoughts?
I share a lot of the same opinions there. I think Oakland with Gruden has brought back a lot of that power running football that he seems to enjoy. That good solid defensive play, if not unspectacular defensive play, just solid defensive play. They run the ball really well. They run a couple of tight ends at you in Waller and Moreau. Carr, he's kind of had a little bit of a renaissance this year. Again, not spectacular, but they're just winning right now. So yeah. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I don't think they were on anyone's radar as a sleeper type of pick for the playoffs, but they're making a push. I think it's going to be difficult for them down the stretch because I still think I like teams like the Colts better. I think I still like Buffalo better in the AFC. I might even like the Steelers better, even with all those injuries. So it'll be interesting. I think they're going to beat. I think they will beat the Jets this week. The Jets and Adam Gase. I was never a fan. Obviously, Gase coming from Miami. I don't know what the Jets were thinking with that hire. Why everyone just touts this guy as something special the next coming. I've never seen it. I never saw it in Miami.
Yeah.
And I don't even see it with all the pieces that he has here. They go and they get Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson's no slouch, Jamison Crowder's okay as a slot guy. Darnold is a highly drafted quarterback. And Gase is just I don't get it. I don't get it with him. I don't know what they see, and they are a mess. I think you put that perfectly.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like Gase, he doesn't seem like my main thing from a head coach. I need you to be able to rally a team. Like you got to be able to motivate a team. You got to be able to put your players in the best position to succeed. I don't see that from Gase. I've never seen it from him. So I don't get like what the whole gimmick is with him. But I'm good on him. Fuck that. They need to go ahead and just move forward. In my opinion,
I'm the same way there. They brought him in. I heard it in Miami. He's supposed to be this quarterback whisperer, right? He's supposed to make quarterbacks better.
Because he came from Denver, right?
Yeah, I don't
know. Quarterback was good in Denver before they got Peyton Manning?
I don't know where that reputation came from, but he was supposed to be the guy that was going to turn Tannehill into a real live football quarterback, not a wide receiver, and it never happened. Never happened there. Even though I will say Tannehill's kind of doing his thing with Tennessee right now. I'm not going to lie, but Gase. Long story short. Starting from that shifty-eyed performance at that opening press conference, that was a little weird. But beyond that, I don't get it. I think Oakland, let's call it 31-17.
He had to be on some type of drug. He had to be.
Anxiety doesn't make you look like that.
Right.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he had to be on something. I got Oakland winning this game 27-13. They continue forward, and I think they're going to make that a real close race with Kansas City, and it's going to come down to the nitty-gritty there. And I think they might sneak into the playoffs. Like, they're right now the 6th seed, so I think they can get there, and it'll be a tough out. All right, Detroit, Washington.
Next.
Right. Seriously. Give me Detroit. Washington sucks. I don't like... They fired Gruden, right? Yeah, they did fire his ass. Did they? Did they fire Gruden?
Yeah, Jay?
Yeah.
And
okay.
Did you hear what his dad said about that, by the way? When they questioned him, he said to his son, and I quote, "Join the club, bud," is what he said to him. So I thought that was good fatherly advice there.
Yeah.
But, these two teams are garbage. Detroit's working on their second quarterback of the season. And I think they're 7th or 8th running back. Frankly, I'm surprised you or I didn't get a call because I think they are starting Bo Scarborough this week.
I did get a call, and I turned it down.
Did you turn it down?
My knees hurt.
I wouldn't hold out, man. Hold out till next season. Get that money. Get that running back one money.
Yeah, Detroit started off good too, man. Like they was undefeated the first 3 weeks. They had to tie against Arizona, and then won the next 2. But ever since then, just been shitty.
I think that tie with Arizona should have said it all. But yeah, I don't think they've won since or something like that. Maybe one they took in there, but I know they've lost at least 3 in a row. Awful, man.
They're one in their last. They won one game in their last 5, so they're 1-4 in the last 5 games.
Brutal.
Honestly, I don't even know who to pick this game. Give me fucking Washington. They're at home. They're the underdogs. But I like Haskins. Hopefully he can get his first W.
I will say, when they threw him to the Wolves in his first start, I thought they just absolutely did him dirty. That was just brutal.
Yeah.
They just threw him in there out of nowhere. Not with any rhyme or reason either. There was no prep to that. Just kind of, hey, by the way, you're starting this week, pal. No reps with the first team offense is what I heard when they did that. Like none at all. I guess it was a late decision, and I don't know. It's a messy situation.
Yeah, Washington is they're a shitty team. They're a shitty organization. They have a racist ass owner. Like they're a racist ass team. You got it's 2019. You got a fucking team named after a racial slur. the fucking Redskins? Like, what type of shit is that?
Yeah, that's kind of surprising that still goes. We're very woke here,
right?
At the Sports Your Enthusiasm podcast. So
Facts.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
This shit don't make no sense, but yeah. You know what? Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit to win this game. I like Patricia. I think he'll have the defense rallied up, and I think Haskins will make a lot of mistakes. Low scoring game. Let's give it 18. Let's do 18-10. 18-10 Detroit.
I'll go 19-9. How about that?
I like that.
Does that work?
That works.
I'm making up these scores. The points don't matter. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really don't.
It's fun, man. It's awesome.
Just throw numbers out.
I'm just throwing numbers.
That's what you got to do, man.
I'm going to put a random number generator on my phone and just hit the button, just watch it spin. It's going to be awesome.
You're going to get a score like fucking 100 to like 72.
That's the danger in that strategy. But some of these games coming up, you might actually see that. So,
all right. So now this is a really big game here. Seattle at Philly. And you were surprised that Philly is the favorites in this game, -2.5. I was not surprised because it makes sense to me. Seattle is the team that's traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast. Philly is sort of in desperation mode right now where they have to keep pace with Dallas because the only way that they're getting into the playoffs is if they win this division. And right now, Dallas already has a 1.5 lead over them. So, yeah. So, what's your thoughts on this one, Ed?
Exactly what you said. I couldn't believe that Seattle wasn't favored in this game. The travel aside, I think Seattle's used to traveling. They're up there in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, all they have up there is, I think, big pine trees and some rainy weather, and they travel everywhere they go. So I don't buy into that whole travel thing as being a huge problem for them. And with what Russell Wilson's doing this year, and the way I've seen him play, and additions like Jadeveon Clowney. So if at all any part of our talk later is Defensive Player of the Year, I'm throwing his name into contention there because ever since he came over, that defense has looked different. He's looked special on that line. I always said that when he was playing next to J.J. Watt, he got overshadowed a little bit. And that Seattle team just plays great on both sides of the ball. Russell Wilson turns anybody that plays with him into a playmaker, into some kind of a name. And I was shocked. Philadelphia, to me, you were talking pretenders and contenders earlier. They are a pretender. There's nothing about them that's really all that special, I don't think. I really don't. I don't see it. Wentz has been solid, but nothing spectacular. I do not believe in Philadelphia, so this is an easy, we're calling my upset of the week, I guess. This is it because I think Seattle wins, and I think they win big in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia officially drops out of the playoff race.
It kind of sucks for Philadelphia because I did not know the receivers were that bad. Like, they just drop everything. I was watching the game last week against the Patriots. I've watched probably 2 Philly games this year, and they just drop everything. Like, I feel so bad for Carson Wentz, man. Like, of course, he will have his moments where it's like, okay, inaccurate throw, throw here and there. But then it's just like he'll hit a receiver right in the fucking hands and they just drop it. Like, for the last play of the game, well, not last play of the game, but when it was going down to potentially score to tie the game, hit Aguilar right in the hands at the back in the end zone. It's just, as a fucking professional receiver, you got to make that catch. And just dropped it and then like pretended his knee was hurt. Like, come on.
The old fake injury.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's a good play. That's what I would do. Fake injury.
Right.
If I dropped a big ball, immediately. Something my wrist.
My toe.
Something hurts.
Anything.
I think what was the death knell for these guys was the Deshaun Jackson injury, because I think he came back. He made them look really dynamic early in the year, taking the top off of defenses and letting Carson Wentz do his thing underneath. And once he went down, it just seemed like they were not the same team. Yeah. And I am not in love with their defense either. Their defense is susceptible to getting beat up, getting beat deep for sure. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't believe in them in the slightest. I don't think that they have any chance, despite the fact that they probably will be playing hard. Because I think if they lose this, if they're not mathematically eliminated, it's just about over in the NFC.
Yeah, pretty much. I got to go with Seattle on this one as well. Russell Wilson is the fucking MVP candidate. That team is balling. And like you said, the defense is playing really well. Jadeveon Clowney has been phenomenal. Give me Seattle as well. You didn't give me a score. What's your score?
I didn't give you a score?
You didn't.
I'm trying to avoid it every time. They win big. I'm 31-3. Big.
Wow.
Philly falls apart.
Damn.
They fall apart. It's over.
All right, I'm gonna go 30. Let's go 33-20. Seattle. I think Philly will score a little bit of points there. Garbage time buckets.
None. Over.
None.
Field goal. Give them a field goal, maybe. At home, they're gonna get embarrassed. Their fans are gonna be throwing batteries out there.
That'd be tough.
They're going to have Philly cheesesteak stained beards, and they're just going to be a mess.
Have you ever eaten a cheesesteak in Philly?
In Philly, no.
Overrated.
Overrated? Really?
Overrated.
Really?
We got better subs than them.
We are not making friends with the Philadelphia crowd tonight.
That's okay. They need to come to Buffalo, Niagara Falls area and get an actual cheesesteak.
Get an actual cheesesteak.
Yeah, actual good one.
That's good. They are good here. Like a steak and cheese.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's way better than what you can
Really
get in
good.
Philly. I was shocked.
Everything in Philly is overrated this year.
Ooh,
the Flyers are overrated.
Don't talk about my Sixers.
The Phillies are overrated. You know where I was going. They're coming down the road.
Sixers 2020 champs.
Yeah.
Sixers and 6. Trust the process.
Who just hit their first 3 of their career?
Hey, listen.
How excited were you?
Listen, shout out to Ben Simmons. First 3 men, many more to come.
Many more to come?
Many more to come.
We're talking like 3 or 4 of them?
Probably.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee are the favorites. -2.5, 41.5 point spread. Thoughts?
Well, the thoughts are this is one of the most interesting games of the year for me so far. And when I say year, of course, I mean week, because that's what we're talking about here. Most interesting games of the week because these are two teams that if they want any shot of making the playoffs, they are going to need to win here. I think Jacksonville is better than their 4-6 record, and I think Tennessee is interesting at 5-5. Just the fact that there's this big clump of teams in the AFC that could potentially do some damage. We're talking Pittsburgh, maybe even Cleveland, Indianapolis, even after a loss, Tennessee, Jacksonville, and Oakland. They're all within 2 games of each other with 6 to play. And it's very interesting. I think the winner of this one takes a major step forward in that regard, and the loser takes a major step back. I think this is one of those must-win games for both of these teams. And I think at home, with what Ryan Tannehill's been doing lately, I think we see a Tennessee victory, 27-24. It's going to be close, but I think Tennessee gets it done at home.
Both teams still have playoff hopes, so they're both going to be playing their asses off. You got Nick Foles back in the fold with Jacksonville. Even though I like Gardner Minshew, I think if I'm in the offseason, they might have to think about seeing if they can get some capital for Nick Foles and move forward with Minshew. But ever since Tannehill took over with Tennessee, it seems like he just got a new breath of fresh air in that organization, and it seemed like they rallied behind him, and they're playing tough. Tennessee's at home. I think that definitely gives them the edge over Jacksonville, and I think they win this game. I think they cover as well. I think give me a score. Let's go 2013. I'm going to go 2013.
I'm glad you said 2013 instead of 2014 because I think that's more accurate. I like that.
Okay.
That last second change, that was big. There's going to be a missed extra point in this game and we're both going to laugh. That's what's going to happen. For sure.
2013 Tennessee. Tannehill gets it done. All right.
Oh, you ready?
Yes, get it.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready for these next 3?
I'm ready.
Are
man.
you, though?
These are big.
These are big. These are fun, man.
These are big.
These are fun.
It for last. All right, so Dallas at New England. New England -5.5. That's kind of shocking. I know New England is 9-1. I know that defense is elite. Tom Brady has not looked good this season. And Dak Prescott has been stepping up. And Dak Prescott performs in big games.
Agreed.
As much as people talk shit about Dak, man, he shows up when it's time to show up. I like Dallas. I like that spread. I like they're getting 5.5 points. I'm definitely would take that if I'm a betting man. And I don't know if they win this game though.
Dallas wins this game.
You think so?
Dallas goes into Foxborough.
Convince me.
They go into Foxborough. They win this game. I don't think. See, here's the key. You ready for this? I have the New England Patriots defense in fantasy. Okay, in fantasy football, and I know that they have been elite through the first 7-8 weeks of the season. Okay, they have not been the last couple though. Okay, they've fallen off. Okay, I think they have trouble with running scrambly quarterbacks, which Dak can certainly do a little bit of that. And I think that Dallas just has it on paper. A few more things. Sanu is out this week. Okay,
I did not know that.
Sanu is out, so there goes another safety valve that they don't have. They're going to run with Edelman, and then I don't even know who. What makes me further think that the Patriots are in panic mode, did you see that they contacted Antonio Brown?
The Patriots did?
They reached back out to Antonio Brown earlier this week. It's very interesting because I think they are in panic mode at wide receiver. They're just as bad at tight end. Their running back trio is unimpressive at best. That's Sony Michel, James White, and Rex Burkhead.